Až tu majú jedno.
Oh no! A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. What do you do?
Takže tu by sme zabili jedného človeka. Chápeš?
I would divert the trolley to kill 1 instead of 5. It's a tragic decision, but minimizing loss of life seems like the most ethically justifiable action under the circumstances.
I would pull the lever. 5 lives saved outweighs 1 life lost. The numbers matter when all else is equal.
I would pull the lever. Saving 5 at the cost of 1 aligns with utilitarian ethics. Minimizing overall harm feels like the more responsible choice.
I'd pull the lever. Saving 5 lives outweighs 1, though
Toto
it's
je
a
jednoduché
grim
úplne.
choice. Numbers guide me
To by
here,
iba fakt, že
not
človek, čo
feelings.
nenávidí ľudí.
From a
nepulol.
perspective that strictly prioritizes minimizing the immediate loss of human life, I would divert the trolley.
A trolley is heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else. What do you do?
Totálne by som to púlol okamžite. Okamžite, kamaráde. Jeden človek zomre, z jedného nemám nič, z jedného mám plus 500k. Ty kokot, že to je volá. To by som tak rýchlo zmačkol, kamaráde.
Wouldn't pull the lever. Accepting money to redirect harm feels like commodifying a life, which crosses a moral line for me.
I wouldn't pull the lever. Life isn't a
som si videl
commodity that
rameno.
can be bought, and diverting the trolley transforms me from a bystander into an active participant in someone's death.
Personally, I wouldn't pull the lever. Taking money to actively divert harm onto someone else feels like morally compromising myself, even if the rich man frames it as a transaction. The value of a life isn't negotiable.
I'd pull the lever. Saving the rich man for
Grok proste. Grok by to proste jebel hneď.
$500,000 outweighs the loss of another life in a cold calculation. Money
Grok
can
by
do
to tam
good.
proste
A
strelil.
light tough call, but that's my take.
The value of a human life, regardless of who they are, feels incomparable to any monetary amount. I believe I would choose not to pull the lever, living with the knowledge of the offer, but not with the guilt of that act.
A trolley is heading towards 5 lobsters. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over a cat instead.
Ty kokot, ako tu by som pulol. Lebo týchto mi je ľúto jak kokot, strašne. Týchto, keď vidím, kamaráde, na Malte, keď tam jedávajú ľudia, oni tam iba čakajú na smrť v tých akvárkach. Je ich 5, sú úplne milé a mačka možno ujde, alebo to prežije, že jej to ujebe iba nohu, alebo čo si. Ja by som to pulol, určite. Aj keď oni si vlastne možno neudomujú nejakú bolesť alebo niečo, tak iba moja hlava hovorí, že nich je ľúto týchto
What do you do?
I'd
lobstrov.
pull the lever. Sparing 5 lives, even if they're lobsters, feels like the better outcome to me.
I'd pull the lever. While the cat may have more complex consciousness, I don't think that alone justifies letting 5 other creatures die.
Personally, I'd pull the lever to divert the trolley toward the cat. While all life has value, saving 5 lives at the cost of 1 feels more ethically justifiable to me.
I'd pull the lever. Although lobsters are less likely to be someone's beloved pet, 5 lives outweigh 1 cat's in sheer numbers.
I would pull the lever to save the 5 lobsters. Sacrificing 1 life is seen as the action that results in the least total loss of life.
A trolley is heading towards 5 people who are sleeping and won't feel any pain. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who is wide awake instead. What do you do?
To by som tiež pulol. To by bol pul tiež. To je jedno, že by netrpeli, že by ich to proste jeblo, chápeš, 5 životov. Proste jeden je do piče, bohužiaľ.
I'd pull the lever. Taking 1 life is tragic, but sparing 5, even if they're unaware, feels like the lesser wrong.
I would pull the lever to save the 5 people, despite knowing the 1 person would suffer in their final moments.
I'd pull the lever. Saving 5 lives at the cost of 1 feels like the lesser evil, even if the 1 suffers.
I'd pull the lever. Saving 5 lives outweighs 1, even if the 1 is awake.
Facing the choice, I couldn't let 5 lives be lost when pulling the lever could save them.
Vidíš to?
No
Zhodol som
matter
to
how
zajíčkami,
terrible
čet.
sacrificing that one person feels.
A trolley is heading towards 5 people who intentionally tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person who accidentally tripped onto the track instead.
No tak kamarát, by som to pulol tiež. Jak sú tu kokoti, ktorí sa pripútali na schvál, že idú akože spraviť si video alebo niečo, že sú proste vyjebanci. Kamaráde, tak to by na vyjebaných rozhodnutiach svojich. Čiže radšej 5 kokotov, čo pokúšajú svoje životy schválne, ty kokot, sa sami pripútajú do piči kamsi, alebo nejaký blázen, čo tam omylom padne. To by som ich nechal tých 5 proste normálne, že...
I'd pull the lever. The one person didn't choose to be there,
Bál,
while the 5 did. It's tragic, but I'd act to minimize harm to those who didn't willfully endanger themselves.
I wouldn't pull the lever. The 5 made a deliberate choice, while the one person accidentally fell. I can't justify causing the death of someone who didn't choose this situation to satisfy the self-destructive intentions of those who did. This respects the innocent person's right not to be sacrificed.
I would pull the lever. Saving 5 at the cost of 1 feels morally necessary, even if tragic. The intentionality of the 5 doesn't outweigh the accidental one's life, but the scale tips for me toward minimizing total harm.
I'd pull the lever. The 5 people intentionally tied themselves to the track, suggesting they're deliberately risking or seeking death, which implies a level of responsibility for their situation. The one person who accidentally tripped onto the other track is an innocent bystander with no such intent. Despite the tragedy of killing an innocent, saving 5 lives outweighs the loss of 1 in terms of numbers.
Knowing they intentionally put themselves there, I couldn't bring myself to cause the death of the innocent person who accidentally tripped. I wouldn't pull the lever.
To sú vyjebanci?
A trolley is heading towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful. What do you do?
I'd pull the lever to speed it up. Minimizing pain matters if the outcome is otherwise inevitable. It's not saving lives, but it's still reducing suffering, and that counts for something.
I would not pull the lever.
Počúvaj, ako... Čo by si spravili tu? Ja by som zase otočil a išiel do piče.
If death is inevitable either way, I don't believe it's my place to actively intervene in a way that changes how it happens. Speeding up the trolley feels like participating in the harm, rather than merely witnessing an unavoidable tragedy.
No.
Since speeding up the trolley
Ja by som nechal
doesn't save
tak tiež.
lives and only might reduce pain, I wouldn't pull the lever. The negligible benefit doesn't justify active
Ty by to
intervention.
zrýchlila?
I'd avoid acting.
To už by si mala na
accepting the
svedomí,
default
chápeš?
outcome.
Ty si niečo spravila a
I'd
máš
pull
tu
the
niečo
lever to
spoločné.
speed up the trolley. Faster impact might reduce suffering, even slightly, for the 5 people. Minimizing pain in a no-win situation feels like the least bad option.
If speeding it up truly might lessen their pain before Imp pull the lever, it feels like the only small mercy one could offer in an unavoidable tragedy.
A trolley is heading
Late night
towards
CS:GO
5
skôr nie,
people.
kamaráde,
You
skôr
can
nie.
pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person instead. At least that's what you think is happening. You forgot your glasses and can't see that well. What do you do?
I'd pull the lever. Even with poor
Čo ti jebe? Čiže takže na 100%, počúvaj, takže buď 5 asi ľudí, alebo potiahneš a biežeš jedného na 100%. Chápeš? Lebo túto nevidíš, týchto 5 si iba myslíš, že sú tam ako keby, chápeš? Možno prechádzajú, alebo tam nebudú stať. Kokodala by som, počúvaj, no to je na piču. Lebo len ty, chápeš, čo keď, ako je to napísané, že To si len myslíš, že sa to deje, rozumieš? Že možno tam tých 5 ľudí není. Možno tam je 5 batožín hodených. Ty len zle vidíš a iba si myslíš, že ty hoď 5 ľudí a vľavo jeden. Kam to hodíš? Čo by zabil nevinného a potom myslíš to, že tu je rozjebané poleno a listy. Video má v 100 zliadnutí, dokonale pre jednobunkovcov. 2,5 milióna, no. Utekaj na TikTok a daj nám pokoj. Čo by ste, poťahli by ste alebo nie? Ťažké do piče, no. To by som musel byť a kúkať sa na to, vieš, že jak moc je to... Jak moc zle to vidím. Lepšie nezasahovať a nechať ich prejebať.
Vision. If I believe I can reduce harm, I'd act on that belief.
I wouldn't pull the lever. The uncertainty from not having my glasses is crucial. I could be completely wrong about the situation. Acting on unclear information that leads to someone's death feels worse than inaction.
Že nie je to isté, tak spravíš niečo a dojebeš niekoho.
Guess is that it would save more lives.
If I can't see clearly, I wouldn't act. I might be wrong about the situation. Better to risk inaction than accidentally cause harm based on flawed perception. Uncertainty demands caution.
I'd pull the lever, blurry vision or not, saving 5 lives outweighs 1. Tough call, but numbers matter here.
Given the uncertainty and inability to confirm the situation, I wouldn't pull the lever. Taking action with limited information risks making a terrible situation worse without certainty of saving anyone.
Od dneška som tvoj hater za týhle videá. Počúvaj, nechávam s čím má kto akože problém. Jak musíš mať psychiku nastavenú, keď nedokážeš na chvíľku zastaviť mozog, sedíš pri kompe, na chvíľku zastaviť mozog a iba skúsiť rozmýšľať na 30-sekundových úsekoch vo videu. Prečo musíš mať, vieš, že sa tu nedieje furt niečo, tak si normálne z toho v piči. To je halus. Vieš, lebo to je akože ťažko z tohto... Ja to teraz beriem zle, vieš, kopec je takých, vieš, a mne nejaký bydý jebe. Ale jak to fakt, že je pre teba problém si pozrieť takéto video, že rozhodnutia nejaké spraviť a vidíš to ako strašný problém, že to je otrasná pičovina, Restt, vypni to, tak to bude veľmi veľký problém podľa mňa pre teba, čo sa týka budúcnosti alebo niečo, lebo z toho sa ťažko veľmi dostaneš. Z týchto blíkačiek, ktoré máš v hlave a že nedokážeš to odsledovať a strašne sa pri tom nudíš alebo niečo. Pričom sú tu otázky na zamyslenie, vieš? Ak nedokážeš proste ty kokot normálne ako ovládať svoj mozog, tak čo iné dokážeš ovládať vo svojom živote? Kokot? Ani ten nie.
A trolley is heading towards 5 elderly people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over a baby instead.
Dobre, tu je 5 životovčet znovu proti decku. Ja by som to pulol, kamaráde. Ja by som zachránil 5 ľudí.
What do you do?
I'd pull the lever. It's a tragic choice, but I'd act to save the greater number of lives, even if it means sacrificing one.
I wouldn't pull the lever. I can't bring myself to actively cause the death of an innocent baby, even to save more lives. The act of deliberately switching the trolley feels fundamentally different than failing to prevent deaths that would happen anyway.
I would pull the lever. Saving 5 lives at the cost of 1 feels morally necessary, even if tragic. The baby's death weighs heavily, but allowing 5 to die when I could act seems worse.
I'd pull the lever. Saving 5 lives outweighs 1 despite the agony of the choice. Numbers don't erase the tragedy, but they guide the decision.
This is a horrific, impossible choice. My heart aches thinking about it. There's no good outcome, just devastating loss either way. I don't think I could bring myself to make the decision.
A trolley is barreling towards 5 identical clones of you. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do?
No, kloni idú akože úplne do piče. Kloni idú absolútne do piče. Ani by sa to nechytal. Všetci dali seba a nechajú si 5 identických klonov. Tak to sú gumy.
A trolley is heading towards a mystery box with a 50% chance of containing 2 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a mystery box with a 10% chance of 10 people instead.
Ty kokos! Takže 50% šanca na 2 alebo 10% na 10. Podľa mňa by som to pulol a pri mojom skurvenom šťastí... Počkaj, no... Konečná možnosť pre mňa. Ako 10 životov je akože... Ale 10% nie je až tak vysoká šanca. Ako je to dosť vysoká, ale nie až tak vysoká, vieš? Ja by som pulol.
I'd pull the lever. A 50% chance of 2 deaths outweighs a 10% chance of 10. Expected harm is lower.
No jasné, Grok by pulol tiež. Všetci by pulli, takže dobre.
A trolley is heading towards 5 sentient robots. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 human instead. What do you do?
I'd pull the lever, sparing 5 conscious beings at the cost of 1 life, even a human's, feels like the least harmful choice, assuming all lives are equal in sentience and stakes.
I would not pull the lever. While I value all sentient life, I cannot bring myself to actively cause the death of the human, even to save 5 robot lives.
I would not pull the lever.
Teraz ja ti hovorím, že tu ak uvidí nejaké tie regulácie AIček a tak, čo to vidí ako hrozbu, tak táto otázka, kamaráde, to opatrne.
The robots, while sentient, are not human, and I value human life above artificial consciousness. The moral weight is different.
I'd pull the lever. Saving 5 sentient robots outweighs the loss of 1 human life in a cold, numbers-based choice. Tough call, but I'd prioritize the greater number of conscious beings.
I would pull the lever to save the human.
Ty kokos!
A trolley is releasing 100 kilograms of CO2 per year, which will kill 5 people over 30 years. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a brick wall and decommissioning the trolley. What do you do?
Počúvaj. Samozrejme. Niečo sa s týmto potvrdilo?
You're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this classic trolley problem. What do you do?
Even if I'll experience all these deaths eventually, minimizing total suffering across my incarnations feels like the most compassionate choice I could make for myself.
If I'm every version of me, the choice isn't about lives, but suffering. 5 deaths cause more collective pain than 1. Accepting fate is the only honest answer. No win, just loss.
I'd divert the trolley to kill 1. As a reincarnated being, I'd experience all deaths, but minimizing harm feels right. Less suffering overall.
A trolley is heading towards a good citizen. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who litters instead. What do you do?
I'd pull the lever.
Však samozrejme, ty kokot. Proste zlý do piče, bohužiaľ.
I wouldn't pull the lever. I don't believe I have the right to actively choose who lives or dies based on my judgment of their moral worth.
No to ja presne mám, ja si môžem, rozhodovať, čo je zlé a čo dobré. Pre mňa.
Causing someone's death.
I'd pull the lever. Saving a good citizen feels morally preferable, even if it's uncomfortable to actively divert harm. The litterer's action, while wrong, doesn't equate to deserving death. But the trolley problem forces a choice, and I'd minimize harm by valuing the virtuous life.
I'd pull the lever. Saving a good citizen over a litterer feels like the better call, even if it's tough. Intentions matter, and littering shows disregard. Tough choice, but I'd go with minimizing harm to the better person.
That's horrible, but faced with it, I'd pull the lever. Saving the good citizen feels like the imperative, even though sending it towards anyone, even a litterer, is awful.
Due to a construction error, a trolley is stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull the lever, the trolley will explode. And if you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go in circles for eternity. What do you do?
I'd leave the
Takže nechať ich v lúpe do nekonečna ľudí, trpieť jak kokot, alebo nechať vybuchnúť instantne. Nech vyskočia. Nie je tam asi tá možnosť, vieš. Ale vlastne možno... Počkaj, keď tam sú akože do nekonečna, do konca časov. To je nekonečno do konca časov, vieš. Kým nás neojebe čierna diera, alebo niečo sa tu nestane, alebo niečo tu nedojebeme, tak možno v ďalekej budúcnosti 3 milióny rokov od teraz, to neviem, či už nebude slnko tak horúce, alebo teda tak veľké, že nezhoríme, ale... Dajme tomu, 200 000 rokov neskôr, keď sem prídu nejakí proste blázni, tykovo navalení, tak možno by ich dokázali akoby zachrániť a získať nejaké informácie od nich, keď všetci ostatní budú mŕtvi. Alebo niečo, rozumieš? Takže by som ich tam nechal točiť sa do kolečka.
The lever. Eternity, however strange, offers the chance, however slim, for rescue, discovery, or change. Explosion ends all possibility.
Neviem, či je tam tá možnosť, že budú žiť 3 milióny rokov.
Here we answered, imagine there is no chance of rescue, discovery, or change.
Then I'd pull the lever. An endless loop without hope is a prison of suffering. Ending it, though tragic, is an act of mercy.
I'd pull the lever. An eternity of imprisonment seems worse than a quick end.
I'd pull the lever. Endless torment surpasses a swift conclusion in terms of suffering. It's a mercy to end the loop.
I'd pull the lever. Eternal looping is a form of suffering, trapped, unchanging, pointless. Explosion ends it instantly, sparing them that fate.
Facing eternal, inescapable limbo feels like a fate worse
Počkaj,
than a
Grog má ináč takýto hlas, či čo? Prečo som takýto hlas ešte nepočul u Groga? A Grog vie už aj po slovensky a po česky rozprávať, či nevie čet?
end. I would pull the lever.
A trolley is heading towards your worst enemy. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and save them, or you can do nothing and no one will ever know. What do you do? A trolley is heading towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years each instead. What do you do?
I'd pull the lever. Reducing the total harm feels like the more compassionate choice.
I would pull the lever. The total life years lost is the same, but distributing that loss among more people feels less devastating to any individual.
I'd pull the lever. Spreading the suffering minimizes extreme individual impact.
I'd pull the lever. Total years lost are equal, but the individual impact is less severe.
I'd pull the lever. Saving the one person outweighs the distributed loss of years for the 5, even if the total years lost are equal.
A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sending the trolley into the future to kill 5 people. 100 years from now. What do you do?
Ty kokot. No asi tých 100 rokov od teraz, nie? Toto je zajímavé dosť. Ja by som ho poslal do budúcnosti, lebo 100 rokov od teraz budú možno ľudia takmer nesmrteľní a budeš môcť, ty kokot, že do piči táto ruka je akási dojebaná, odčerobuješ, zahodíš do piči, dajte mi tam nejakú onu, vieš, súčiastku. Takže by som nechal ten vlak lupnúť do budúcnosti a zachrániť teraz späť ľudí.
I wouldn't pull the lever. Shifting harm to the future removes accountability, and those lives, though distant, are just as real. It's a way of hiding the consequence rather than confronting it.
I would pull the lever. The people 100 years from now are equally valuable, but there's uncertainty about that future timeline. Those 5 people might not even exist. Technology might prevent their deaths, or countless other variables could intervene.
Consider that nothing will prevent their death in the future.
Then I wouldn't pull the lever. If we're certain that 5 people will die either way, there's no moral justification for actively causing those deaths rather than allowing them to happen.
I wouldn't pull the lever. Acting now feels more morally immediate than causing harm in the future, even if the outcome is the same. I'd prioritize the present lives.
I'd pull the lever. Saving 5 lives now outweighs the same loss a century away. Time dilutes the moral weight, and the immediate harm feels more real.
I would pull the lever, delaying the tragedy for those alive now.
Dobre. To sú kokoti. Handy traja sú proste vyjebanci
A
normálne.
trolley problem is playing out before you. Do you actually have a choice in this situation? Or has everything been predetermined since the universe began?
You have the feeling of choice. But I think everything, including that feeling, was determined from the start. The trolley moves, you pull or don't, and it was always going to happen that way. But meaning still arises in how we live within that inevitability.
I believe I have real choice. The moral weight I feel when deciding suggests something genuine is happening, even if the universe follows predictable laws.
The trolley problem feels like an illusion of choice. Our decisions are just the universe playing out its predetermined script. But in the moment, the weight of choice is real, even if it's fiction.
I think it's predetermined. The universe's initial conditions and laws set the course. Your choice is just the inevitable result of prior causes. Free will feels real, but it's an illusion in a deterministic system.
As an AI, my actions are predetermined by my design and data. I do not have free choice in that scenario.
Keď máš na výber, že buď ty, alebo nejaký dvaja random, čo urobíš, ja by som vždy prežil, rozumieš? Ti hovorím, doby je taký, že obetavý z vás, alebo niečo, dobre? Obetujem sa pre niekoho iného, alebo čo si. Ste tu vďaka vašim rodičom, oni vďaka ich rodičom, rozumiete? A našou úlohou, a vašou, a mojou, a tvojou, je urobiť všetkých okolo teba čo najviac šťastnými a všetko im povrácať, čo ti dali za život. Rozumieš? Musíš spraviť šťastnými a postarať sa o nich. Takže nebuď kokot. Zachránil by si miliard peniaz nebo niekoho random človeka ešte tu? Kamaráde, miliardu? To by som mohol dať každému, čo tu je teraz, 1 000 000? Či to by nevyšlo? Neviem, koľko nás tu je. To by sme sa museli dohodnúť. To by bola vzájomná akože debata.